Dear friends, good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, and we are on the 7th day of Av, just a day away because tomorrow night begins the fast and the morning of the 9th of Av over the destruction of both temples. We are Inspiration Series number 104, and I want to talk about the Jewish idea that it's all good. We are now getting ready to mark the greatest tragedy of Jewish history, both temples being lost, the gem of the Jewish people. But as a Jew, even when we're marking sadness, difficulty, pain, even punishment, we believe it's all good. And I want to just share with you two stories, two famous rabbis, which through these stories you'll appreciate and understand the way we look at things. One was Rabbi Akiva, the famous Rabbi Akiva, the one who only started to study Torah at the age of 40, became one of the greatest rabbis of all time. And the other one is Nachum Ish Gamzu, Nachum, the one who said also. And the story of Rabbi Akiva is that he was once traveling, and whenever he traveled, he had his donkey, he had a rooster to wake him up early in the morning, and he had a candle so he can light the candle and study Torah at night. These were days before electricity, going back close to 2,000 years ago. Once he traveled and he was coming as it was becoming dusk into a town. He was looking for a place to stay, and it seemed like everyone's house was full and no one had a place for him. So reluctantly, without any choice, he went back into the forest and decided, I'll make the night in the forest. And he settles down, and it's dark. He lights the candle, starts studying Torah, his chicken next to him, the rooster, and his donkey. And all of a sudden, a great wind comes and blows out the candle. It's dark. Very soon after, an animal of prey comes by and snatches the chicken, the rooster, gone. And then another calamity happens to his donkey. He lost everything. But he didn't say, God, what's going on? Why are you punishing me? He said, Kol ma da'avid rachmana l'tavavid. Whatever God does ultimately will be for good. I accept God's judgment. He goes to sleep, wakes up early the next morning, even without his rooster, and makes it to the town to be able to pray and do whatever he needs to do. And what caught his eyes was a destruction. Seems like a whole set of bandits preyed on the town, and they turned it over. Destruction all around him. And he met someone in the street. He says, what are you doing here? Don't you know what happened last night here? How did you escape? Rabbi Akiva told him where he was. And then he said, now I realize if my candle would have been burning, they would have seen someone in the forest that would have come after me as well. And maybe my rooster would have made noise hearing all that sound. And my donkey. And God made sure that there would be no way they would find me. Kol ma davar rachmana. Whatever God does, the top of it, ultimately it's for good. Even though I had a loss, ultimately it's for good. Nachum Ish Gamzu, the story is even more. He was once sent by the Jews to Rome, this is after the destruction of the Second Temple as well, to beg that they should be nicer to the Jewish people. And they prepared a chest of gold and gems to present to the king, the emperor, that he should be so impressed with the Jews and want to be nice to them and relax some of the laws that were anti-Jewish and anti-religious. And he sends his people, they send the gift with Nachum Ish Gamzu. Who else is more worthy than a great, honest, righteous person? And he goes, and on the way he has to stop. He goes into an inn, and he's busy with prayer and study. Doesn't realize that while he's in the inn, someone says, what's the guy doing with the big chest? They open up, they find gold and all types of gems, and they empty it out, and they fill it with sand. But the next morning he tells his wagon driver, let's put it on the wagon and let's continue our route. He didn't even look inside, and they come to the emperor, and he says, I have a gift for you from the Jewish people. And he opens up the chest, and what does he see? Dust and soil. He goes into a rage. He said, this is what you call a gift? You're making fun of me? This is what the Jewish people are really up to. I'm going to put you straight in jail. And as he's about to take him out, one of his advisors says, you know, Emperor, the Jews aren't foolish. I don't know if you read in the Bible that the ancestor of this fellow, Nahum, Abraham, once had to fight a battle against 4 powerful kings. And how was he going to fight a battle? And he took chests full of dust and he started to throw it in the direction of the 4 kings he was battling. And they turned into spears and he won the battle very quickly. Perhaps this dust and this earth also has that special formula that the Jews are known for. The king was mired, the emperor was mired in a very deep war at that time. It wasn't going anywhere. And he said, let's take it out in the field and check. And they took it outside. They threw some of the sand that turned into spears. See, he says, Nachum, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. On the contrary, I'm so happy. And he gave him gifts to take back home and gave him whatever he asked for. Who is this Nachum? Whenever anything happened, Gamzu Latova. Even when the king saw dust, he didn't get afraid. Gamzu Latova. If this is what God made happen, it's also going to be good right now. Not eventually tomorrow morning, I'll find out. Right now, it's going to be good. And this is the way of the Jewish people. We see tragedy, we see hardship, we experience the most difficult things that any of humanity has experienced in the history of the world. But we always know there's a God watching over us. There's a God who's orchestrating everything happening around us, and everything God does is for the good. It takes incredible faith to be able to live with that regularly. But that's what we should be working on. Build our faith. Every mitzvah you do makes your faith stronger. Every time you study Torah makes your faith stronger. Every Jewish action makes your faith stronger. Jewish unity, standing together, makes our pride and our faith stronger. Strengthen our faith, because only good things are coming and only good things are happening. But with faith, you start seeing through the smog and the smoke to see the goodness. And that's what we pray and wish for all of us every single day. And let's hope that this Tisha B'Av, we will actually see the goodness with the 3rd temple coming down with Mashiach for all of us. God bless you.